All right, a very good morning to everyone. Hi. My name is George Asian, and we're excited. I'm excited to be here. How's your week going? How was your night? And have you planned this week for yourself? So, waiting for people to start viewing the program, we said that today we're going to be talking about a very important subject. And that's money. Money is a very important subject. We'll be talking about cash flow, and we'll be comparing stream versus pool. So if you have friends who really want to learn about money, about cash flow, about their finances, I'd like you to just reach out to them. Tell them, George is online. George is up at Public Speaking Masterclass, and we'll be talking about money. Throughout the month of May, throughout the Mondays in the month of May, we will be talking about money, how to generate money, how to make money, how to manage money, how to multiply money, and we'll also be talking about how to preserve the money that you have made. Money will crop up all the time in your life. Money is important. And so we're going to be looking at making money, generating cash flow in your personal life. We're looking at generating cash flow. If you run a small business, how do you generate cash flow? We'll also be looking at how to generate cash flow even in a recession. There are people who know how to generate money, raise cash in a recession. So we're learning how you can raise cash in a recession, how you can manage the resources that you have, and beyond just managing resources that you have, how to multiply. So financial intelligence ultimately is your ability to make money. It's also your ability to manage money, and most importantly, it's your ability to multiply your resources. So Akpan Saviola, welcome. It's good to know you're watching from Port Harcourt. Hi. Yetunde Alice, it's good to know you're watching from Lagos, Nigeria. And that is great. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about financial intelligence. Are you making money? Your cash flow is dependent on your ability to make money. And financial intelligence is your ability to make money. So the question I want to just open up to you, the answers I want to give to you is, how do you make money? We're going to look at a few ideas. First way you can make money, and I hope you have your notes down to write, is that you've got to create value. Value creation is the first way you can make money. For us to understand value creation, we have to understand what value is. When you say value is anything that you do or anything that you have that saves you time, anything that you do have or possess that delivers that service faster, better, anything that you do that brings entertainment to people, anything that you do that solves a problem, anything that you do that fills a vacuum, meets a need. Value is anything that you do that solves a problem. So you create value. You create something out of nothing. You invent something. You invent a book. You write a book. You put together something very powerful. That is how to make money. So you start thinking, how do I feel a need? How do I make this thing I'm doing faster? How do I create something? What intellectual property do I have? What talent do I possess that can bring entertainment, that can bring satisfaction, that can be valuable to the market space? That's how you create value. So to make money, you create value. And this is so important. Value stems from your ability. When you work on your ability, you will be able to, what I mean by ability is your skills, your talents, that inner thing, you'll be able to create value in the market space. So the first way to make money is to generate cash flow is to create value. All right, the second way is to add value. Now, there's a difference between creating value and adding value. Now, the concept is this: to create value is to come up with something ingenious, something that has never been done before, something very amazing. Maybe you invent something. You put together a masterpiece. You put together an art. You put together a book. You put together an audio, a video. You design. You start a business. You're creating value. Something from your mind, your brainchild. That's creating value. That solves problems. That meets needs. That fills a vacuum. That is creating value. But to add value is to make better what already has been created. To add value is to make better what already has been created. Let's assume that you are into dry cleaning. You didn't start up the dry cleaning concept of business, right? But you come into the dry cleaning space and then you do things. You meet your members of, and what you're doing is finding out if they have clothes that you clean in a month, and you tell them, for example, that you will charge them 5,000 naira. So you have like 10 of them in that bank institution who agree. So you tell them, give me all your clothes, and I'm going to do it in 1 month. I'm going to be charging you 5,000 naira. There are many bankers, many people who work in companies. They'll be excited. They don't have all the time. So you go there, you get them to give you your clothes, and then you dry clean for a month. And they do that every month. They are into subscription, and that's quite powerful. That is adding value. Not many dry cleaners to do that kind of thing. And another concept is that you take your dry cleaning business, making better what has already been created. So it's either you're creating value, or you are adding value. It's either you're creating value or you are adding value. When you create value, you are an inventor. When you add value, you are an innovator. When you create value, you are an inventor. When you add value, you are an innovator. And so the one way to make money is to create value. I already mentioned that. So look around your industry, look around your market space, look around your business, and then better what is already existing. And that's how to make money. That's how to generate cash flow. Create value to add value. Create value, add value. Now, the third thing that is important that to make money is to sell. What does it mean to sell? You see, to sell means to exchange value, to get a product, get a service, and sell. The fastest way to generate cash is something. Anytime you do not have money in your pocket, you are not selling. Anytime there's no money in your bank account, you're not selling. You must always be selling. Nothing succeeds until you sell. Now, folks come, I want to raise cash, I want to raise capital for my business. And I tell them, and they say, no, but I need you to give me money. I said, no, what have you sold? You need to sell. All right, so you can sell off your liabilities. Your liabilities are those things you possess that have high maintenance value, or those things that you possess a lot of money away from you. So you look around, you look up for liabilities. For the ladies, go to your closet, go to your cupboard, or go to where your wardrobe, and you'll be surprised how much liabilities you have. So many things that you're not using, so many things that are just that lying waste. You can dispose of them and then liquidate them, have cash, and invest into a business. Invest that cash into that project you're starting. So increase your assets. That actually is financial intelligence. Sell off. To raise cash, you sell something. You sell off your liabilities. Other times, you can sell your talents to get money. Other times, you can sell somebody else's product. That's how to raise cash. You can sell somebody else's product. You can look up for somebody who has a product and then sell his product. I learned something very early in life, and I want to share with you. I hope you take it. I learned that commissions are greater than salary, or commissions are greater than wages. It turned my life around. I have never earned a salary in a short while. I've never earned a salary. I've not worked for somebody before. I've worked with people, but I've never worked for somebody. I've always gotten commissions. I've always believed more in commission than I've believed in salary. All right, so if I want to raise cash for my business, what I do is I look for somebody's product and I sell. I go to the market space, I look for somebody who has a product to sell or service, and I say, okay, you know what, let me get a commission, and I'm good. The commission now becomes my capital. So your commission can become your capital. You didn't write that down. Your commission can become your capital. So when you want to raise money or you want to generate cash flow, sell something, sell somebody's product, and then that commission that you have becomes your capital. Does it make sense to you? So selling is so very important. Selling is so important. You sell off your liquidate your liabilities, use it to generate your assets. And another way to raise money or to generate cash, and I want you to pay attention, is to solve problems. Solve problems. More people will solve problems. Dr. Mike Murdock once said that the reward for solving a problem is money. Money is the reward for solving. It will help you in generating cash. The more complicated the problem you solve, the higher the amount of money you make. The more complicated the problems you solve, the higher the amount of money you make. The man who works in as a janitor in all he does is just clean. Anybody can do cleaning, and it's not mentally taxing. But the man who is sitting in the CEO's table, who is the manager, who is the personnel manager, who is the protocol officer, that guy solves critical problems. That guy solves complicated problems. So the more and he earns higher, obviously. The more complicated the problem you solve, the higher amount of money you make. Okay, here's another one. The more frequently you solve problems, the more frequently you make money. The more frequently you solve problems, the more frequently you make money. The more complicated the money problems you solve, the more money you make. The more frequently you solve problems, the more frequently you make money. The amount of problems you solve determines the amount of money you make. So generating money is about solving problems. Realize that you're a solution provider. Realize that you're a problem solver, and start looking for problems. Whenever you ask God to bless you, He will send you problems. The challenge is that we see the problems as a curse and not as an opportunity to get blessed. Because if you can tax your brain and solve the problem, you'll be surprised at how much you can get. So complicated problems, solve them. Solve more complicated problems. Become skilled, become intelligent in solving complicated problems. Someone told me once that mind power is superior to muscle power. And you need to begin to engage your mind, because real money is in the ability to use your mind, not in the physical work that you do, but in the ability to use your mind to crack and solve problems. How do you make money? We've looked at 4 things. Did you capture them? Did you take them as notes? The first thing we talked about was, number 1, you want to create value. All right? And value is anything that brings satisfaction, solves problems, fills a need, fills a vacuum, anything that can make things go faster, save person's energy, save person's money. That is what value is. You create it through your intellectual property, through the business that you start, through that project. What are you doing to create value? Then we said number 2, add value. How do you add value? Make better the already existing businesses, projects, services. You can look at businesses and make them better. Do it in a different way. Do it in a unique way. The man who creates value is an inventor. The man who adds value is an innovator. Number 3, sell something. If you sell something, you will have money. If you don't have any money to start your business, sell off your liabilities. That car that is giving you problems, those shoes you have, those trinkets you have, those jewelry you have that you're just staying there, they have high maintenance value, but they don't make you money. Use that money, sell them off, and then liquidate them to invest in your cash. And then I said number 4, solve problems. It's important to know that money is the reward for solving problems. Number 1, solve large amounts of problems and you make plenty money. Solve complicated problem and you make plenty money. Solve problems frequently, and then you generate cash flow. Does it make any sense at all to you? So making money is vital, and cash flow is so important. Are you getting cash flow in your business right now? Are you getting cash flow? Lifeblood of any business. You must always do a business that generates money every single day. You need to have what I call, you need to have 4 streams of income. There are 4 streams of income, really, that you should have. Most financial experts suggest that you have 4 streams of income. I have more than 8 streams of income. Because you see, streams dry up eventually. You need to continuously increase your streams of income. One stream of income should come from your talents or your ability. Another stream of income can come from your salary. If you earn a salary, a stream of income can come from there. Another stream of income can come from, different, your investments, your paper assets, your real estate, recurrent income. You need to have various streams of income. And one thing about rich people, they constantly increase their streams of incomes. There are businesses that you do that you are involved in, like the business that you're involved in, you're emotionally involved in, is around your passion. But there are also businesses that you do that you don't necessarily have to be involved in. You just invest because you're constantly increasing your streams of income. The more you increase your streams of income, the more you are stacking up your asset portfolio or your asset base. Do you understand that? Rich people are constantly stacking up their asset base. They are constantly stacking up their asset portfolio. They're increasing their streams of income. They're looking for ways to generate more income from different sources. That's how to reach, because streams dry up. So that when one stream dries up, you have other streams you can fall back to. Of course, you need to have a mainstream. A mainstream can come from that business you're doing or that salary work. Right now, take a biro and write down your streams of income. All your sources of income, write them down. All your sources. If you don't have sources of income, then you now start thinking, how do I generate more money? How do I start generating money? Okay, so I have more than 8 sources of income. Let me just give you an idea. So for those of you who are into speaking, like I am into speaking, I'll tell you how we generate money, how I generate money. So first of all, I earn from my speaking. I have speaking engagements. People invite me to speak all over Nigeria and all over Africa. I get speaking engagement and I get paid not an honorarium or professional fee. That is one stream. All right, so right now I'm in Podium Dynamics Academy, and Podium Dynamics Academy houses a public speaking school. When people come to the public speaking school, they pay a school fees. That's another stream of income. All right. In that stream of income, we give them certificates, we sell books to them, we sell stuff to them, we train them. That's another stream of income for me. In this facility that I have 2 things. I have a photography shop. That photography shop actually gets people. We have customers. It's open for customers, so they come in there and then they do shots. We do events. That's another stream of income. In this same facility, we have a multimedia studio. In that multimedia studio, aside doing my videos and doing my audio materials and doing printing my CDs and all that, I also get others to come in to do jingles and videos. That's another stream of income. All right, Podium Dynamics Academy, Nigeria's public speaking school, Nigeria's leading public speaking school, is also online, and we have students from all over the world who subscribe monthly to be part of the WhatsApp trainings, Telegram trainings, Facebook trainings, and so on. That's another stream of income for me. We also have a stream of income where my intellectual properties are put together both as hard copies and as soft copies. My website, georgeacn.com, is also a stream of income. So people go there. Aside getting my services, they also can download videos and pay for the videos and pay for the audios. That's another stream of income. I don't know how many incomes I'll share with you, but that's various of income. I'm also interested in multi-level marketing. I also partner with a company in Nigeria, and they sell daily consumables. That's another stream of income for me. I both sell those products and I get people to sign up into my business. That's another stream of income for me. I'm also involved in farming. I'm not involved particularly myself. What I do is I look for somebody who already has a farm and I invest some money into that person who has a farm, and then we split the profits. That's another source of income for me. I'm also interested in online investment. I do a lot of investments online. I put in my money there, in especially cryptocurrency. I've also put my money there. That's another stream of income for me. That's an stream of income for me. Now, so I also have machines. I have a printing press. Not in this location though, in another location where people come there to do printing for the flyers. Right now, because of the recession, that has dried up because of the no church, no event. That has literally dried up. All right, but when there was activities, you need to have people go there to do stuff. That is another source of income for me. So the printing press. I have things for rentals. I have a projector for rentals. I have recording stuff for rentals. Stuff for rentals. That is a source of. So I keep on a daily basis looking up for opportunities and increasing my streams of income, so that whenever any stream dries up, I don't get stranded. So throughout the recession, I didn't have any problems. Yes, some of my streams of income closed down. The Podium Dynamics Academy, offline, the actual school. Students couldn't come because of coronavirus. However, virtual students were with us online and they kept paying. We kept selling our products online. We had other things we were doing that were generating us cash. So while some of our businesses, I didn't have speaking engagement throughout the month of April, because I had some speaking engagements. Some people invited me and even paid me ahead of time, but I couldn't make it. I was supposed to be in Lagos for a meeting, but I couldn't be in Lagos. So that stream of income had dried up, but I had other sources of income working for me. And the truth of the matter is that you need to constantly increase the streams of income. Now, if you do a business, pay attention now. If you do a business and money comes in bulk, don't think quickly about how to add to your stream of income, add to your assets. Your assets is anything that you have that can bring money to you, to constantly add. It doesn't matter how little. Now, when I mention these businesses, I think, don't have this thinking that, they're all very big. They're not so big, like so big. So you don't think, George is a billionaire or multimillionaire. No. Don't get it. They are growing businesses. I keep adding to my businesses and I make sure that they are growing. And I keep monitoring them, making sure they're growing. So that's what you should also do. Make sure that you're increasing your stream. Listen to me. Your streams are more important than a pool. Now, if you have 5 million naira right now, you have a pool. And you constantly are drawing from that pool. One day, that 5 million naira will finish. Isn't that not so? It will finish. But if you have businesses or streams that are generating you money, even if it is 10,000 naira daily. I do streams that generate me close to $200 daily. $200 daily. Do your mathematics. On daily income, that's not actually for my physicals, that's not for my physical accuracy. Right now, we're doing more than $200. Sometimes we do $300. Sometimes we do $500 on a daily basis from the streams of income. So when you do a business, you do a transaction, and then you get some huge amount of money, the first thing you want to do is not to take that money and invest in liabilities, not to take that money and invest in luxury. No, that's not wise. You take that money and add to your stream of income. Think about, what kind of investment do I invest in? Do not invest in a luxury without first investing in a stream. Now, I've been driving the car I'm driving for 5 years. Is it that I cannot afford to buy a very, very a new car? I can. However, financial intelligence doesn't allow me to impress nobody. I don't impress nobody. I maintain the vehicle I have, and I use the money to keep stacking up my assets, keep increasing my streams. Now, I want the streams to fund my luxury. Make sure that your streams of income can fund your luxury and can sustain your luxury. Don't take from your pool of money to invest in a luxury. It is not wise. Don't take from a pool to invest in luxury. Take from a stream to invest in a luxury, because the stream keeps flowing. The pool keeps finishing. Don't impress nobody. Let me give you an example. When I did my wedding a few years ago, I'm a very unconventional person. I'm a disruptor, and I hope you are. First of all, we had no train. All that train thing, we didn't do any train. We had just me, my wife. We had the page boy, is a page boy, and the page girl, or whatever, the boy and the girl that stand in front of you. And then I had my best man, and my wife had a maid of honor. Just three, and that's all. We had no line. So we saved ourselves all that unnecessary cash. The next thing that we did was that when I looked up for halls in my area, I realized that halls were about 250K. I invest in a hall. How can I invest 250 in a hall? So I said no, I wasn't going to do that. So I told my wife, and thank God for my wife. My wife is an amazing woman. She agreed to the deal. So what we did was that we, instead of investing that, so we looked for a field. We looked for a very. We paid for that space. Then and canopies that cost us far less than the 250,000 naira, and made the place beautiful, so beautiful. And with our wedding there, we saved ourselves some cash. I told my wife, you know what, just do what I've told us to do. At the end of the day, I'm going to get you a car, and I was able to successfully do that. We saved ourselves a lot of money. Gifts to anybody. Where do you get this culture as a new couple to give gifts to people? Where do we get that culture from? I mean, in America, they don't do it. But in Africa, we do 3 weddings. We do traditional weddings, and we spend crazy amount of money. And then we go ahead, and then we do a court wedding, and we spend crazy amount of money doing that. Then we go ahead and do a white wedding. Sad narrative. You spend so much money doing all of that, and then going broke. And you don't have money to take care of your family. You feed everybody and you don't feed. You know what? We refuse to give gifts to anybody. People who received gifts, we didn't give any gift to anybody. In my wedding, we received the gifts. We didn't give any single gift to anybody. Nobody died. Life still went on. All right. And then we restricted the invitation. I had people tell me I could do a huge invitation. I can't afford to feed the whole world. No, I don't. I got selected friends, come be part of the wedding. When I did the traditional, it was indoors, and then the wedding was outdoors, and then we had people, come from to witness the wedding, and it saved us a lot of cash. It saved us. We had so much money at the end of the day. Before we even started the wedding process, I got some money, and I made sure there was food that could last us for 6 months at home. That's how to be smart. Don't live to impress anybody. So, and that's what I'm trying to say, that your cash flow is important. Always, what cash flow do I have? I ask you, your cash flow, how sustainable is your cash flow? If you stop working today, if you stop working right now, how is your wealth is not measured in how much you have. Wealth is measured in duration. How long your flow of resources, your flow of cash can continue to be with you long after you're out. So one thing I want to leave you with today is that you need to be constantly asking yourself the question, am I increasing my cash flow? So now, technically, this is what let's go. In accounting, they say cash flow is the total amount of money transferred in and out of a business. So the income you're making and the expenses you're making actually is cash flow. So cash flow doesn't necessarily have to be what you're making. It's also about the money you are spending. Let me give you another accounting definition of cash flow. I like it. In accounting, cash flow is the difference in the amount of cash available at the beginning of a period and the amount available at the end of a period. That's another definition of cash flow. Let me give you one last definition of cash flow. I think I like it too. Cash flow is the amount of money moving in and out of a business. So that's what cash flow is. Moving in and out. And you must know, one other scientist said that cash flow, I like what the definition is, slightly different from the general. He said that cash flow is the money that is left over after all expenses. And that seems to mean that cash flow is your net worth. Cash flow is what is left after all your expenses. That's what cash flow is. That's what he says cash flow is, and that's fine. All right, so what I want to give you an exercise to do, and throughout the month of May, we can talk about this and we'll see how it goes. Let me give you a beautiful exercise to do. I want to get you to get an exercise book, something like this. An exercise book or journal. Within Stella, nice to meet you. Eyin Oloma, nice to meet you. Yetunde Alice, nice to meet you. Get a book like this, and you know what you're going to do in that book. Pay attention now. This knowledge I'm about to give to you was done by John Rockefeller, and he became one of the richest in the world. In 1912, he was worth $1 billion. That value $17 billion today. He was the founder of Standard Oil. Standard Oil was in I think some years, 100 or 200 years ago, or 200 years ago or so, 100 years ago, the American government divided Standard Oil into 39 different companies. One of them was Exxon, another was Mobil, was Chevron, and 36 others. So Chevron is worth more than 250 billion. Exxon is worth a lot of money. Mobil is worth a lot of money. Exxon and Mobil combined in 1999. All of those companies were part of his company, Standard Oil, many years ago. And when he died in the 1970s, late 1970s, they discovered something about him. They discovered that he documented every expense, every money he made and every money he expended. And that was, he. And so what I'm about to share with you is what John Rockefeller, said to be the richest man, one of the richest men that ever lived, did. And if you apply it in your life, it will help you to not just generate cash flow, but to control, to have sufficient cash flow left. And try this experiment. It will help you. In the next 1 month, today is the 11th of May. Between now and the 11th of June, or whatever month, whatever time you're watching this, between now and 1 month, do this exercise and it will truly help you. Get an exercise book, and in the first page of that exercise book, write income and put the dates, the day. At the second page of the exercise book, write expenses and write the day. Now, throughout the whole day, whatever income comes to you, whether it's from your salary, it's from your business, it's from your talent, it's from gifts, wherever it came from, whether it's from the internet, from your network marketing company, from the business you're doing, from the contracts, that day, write the amount. Put the purpose, write the source, put the amount. At the end of the day, total it. Of course, every day will come, every day you're spending, so at the back sheet, document your expenses. Write down everything that you spent, from feeding, how much you invest in feeding, your transportation, your fuel, generator, DSTV subscription, everything that you spend. And you buy coke, you buy rent, you gave somebody money, document it, and then at the end of the day, total it. The following day, do the same thing. This is a very simple accounting system. Do the same thing. Write all of your income, and at the back, write the expenses. Do the same thing third day. Do that for 30 days. All right, so here's what you're going to notice at the end of 30 days. You're going to notice. Now, if in a particular day you did not make any money, leave it blank. If you didn't generate any money, leave it blank. But on every day that goes by, you are going to spend money. So whatever amount of money you spend, make sure you write it down. Now, at the end of 30 days, look at all your income, your own personal income, and then total it. Total it. Give yourself a total. Determine the figure. Then, at the end of 30 days, look at your expenses and then determine how much money you spent. Here's what will happen to you when you do this. First of all, you'll be shocked about the amount of money, cash flow, the amount of money that comes to you that you have not taken notice of. In fact, when you do it the first month, you realize suddenly that people give you money, that you generate money. If you're a lady, you have money from your husband, you have money from friends, you generate some money. You'll be surprised at how much money you make on a monthly basis. Number two, you'll be surprised about how much money you spend on coke, how much money you spend on recharge card, who you spend money on. If, for example, you're looking at your expense page and then you're seeing someone like Adewale, you check the next page, you see Adewale. You check the next page, you see Adewale. You check the next page, you see Adewale. What that will tell you is that Adewale is a liability. There is something wrong with Adewale. Adewale is taking money from you. When you total the amount of money that Adewale is taking from you, you might be surprised at how huge Adewale is taking from you. It's a liability and should not be. And that will help you control that. It will also help in your health. If you're taking coke very often on a regular basis, that will now tell you, that book will now tell you that, hey, you've got to be careful, you're taking too much of coke. So that simple exercise will mirror your financial destiny. Now, this is where you need to listen very carefully because it will help you. When you've done it in a month, the first thing you want to do quickly is that you want to total the entire amount of money you've made and then total the entire expenses, then subtract. When you subtract your income from your expenses, you will have a figure. That figure is what we call your net worth. That's how much money you are worth right now. That's how much money you're worth. When you subtract your income from your expenses from that book that you've done, when you've done that, you're going to have a net worth. That's how much money you are worth right now. So your net worth is a subtraction of your expenses from your income. And some other person says that your cash flow is what is remaining after you've subtracted your expenses. That's your net worth. Now, if you get zero, what that means is that all the money comes in, you spend it all, you are broke. You are a poor person. You're not going to go far if you have zero. If you have minus sign, what that means is that once you've added up your income and you subtracted your expenses and you now have a negative sign, that means you're a debtor. You're owing people. You've been taking credits from people. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Because every time you're putting what you borrowed from, that is an expense column. You're going to put that in your expense column, not in your income column. All right. Now, if you have zero, you're broke. If you have minus sign, you're a debtor. If you have any figure outside of that, that means that that's how rich you are. So if you have 10 naira, that's your 10 naira rich. That's your net worth. If you have 100 naira, you're 100 naira rich. So you do this simple exercise. The first time I did this exercise, I got minus for 6 months. It took me more than 6 months to curtail and control my finances. It took me 6 months not to try to impress nobody. It got me to the point where I finally got to zero. I realized I was broke, but that was good. Zero is good. Zero is good. That means all the money that's coming in, you're spending it. Now the next challenge is how to finally increase that zero to a figure, to 10, to 20, to 30, to 1,000, to 1,000,000, to 10 million. And that's what we're still doing till today. What I want to encourage you to do is to do that little exercise and you'll be shocked. Again, if you check your front page and then there is no income, it means you are not selling. Anytime there's no income, you're not making money, you're not selling. It means that you're not creating value. It means that you're not adding value. It means that you're not solving problems. It means that the problems you're solving are not complicated enough. Because people can solve problems. And the market is wide. The competitors are many. And so they are all contending for that money you're looking for. So the more you are able to solve complicated problems, the more you distinguish yourself from others, the more you brand yourself. So that's how to go. So whenever you don't have money, you're not selling, you're not solving problems, you're not creating value, you're not adding value. That is important. Then when you look at your expense column and you're seeing a lot of money go out and go out and go out, what that means is that there's something wrong. You're not controlling your expenses. You're not budgeting. Budgeting is very important. You're not prioritizing. You're not budgeting. You're not saving. You're not keeping stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much about what you want to do about that. And that will take this little exercise will turn your life around. We'll be talking about money more and looking at money extensively. But please pay attention to these basic ideas I've shared with you. Now, I want to share with you some tips on how to increase your cash flow, and then increase your net worth. So I'm going to give you, before I tell you that, I'm going to give you what I do every day. So when I make money every day, when I generate cash every day, because I generate cash every day. I generate cash every day because I solve problems every day. I generate cash every day because I sell every day. I generate cash every day because I'm always selling. I'm always advertising. I'm always exposing people to my opportunities. I'm always exposing people to my opportunities. I'm always closing a sale. I generate cash every day because I ask for the money. A lot of times people don't ask for the money. You meet needs and you don't ask for the money. You cannot be talking and selling without asking for the money. Most people don't know how to close their deals. So I generate cash every day because I ask for the money. I generate cash every day because I ask people for referrals. One of the things people don't do is that once they've gotten a sale from somebody and the person is satisfied, they do not ask for referral. It's important that you learn to ask for referrals so the person can lead you to another person who will pay you money. Now, when I generate cash and I have a pool, first I have a pool, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly split my money. I quickly split my money. So I have a pool account that receives money, that receives my harvest. Then I split my money immediately. This app enables me to split my money immediately. So I run a foundation where I give 10% of my money every day. So this account, so when money comes in, every 10% goes there. I have for emergencies, I have for my health, I have for investment for the future, I have for travels, I have for home keep, I have an allowance for my wife. I always split my money. So even if I have 1,000 naira, which I don't, I have much more than that every day. Even if I have 1,000 naira, I split the money. So you get your pool and split it. I split it into different other pools and I also split the money and input and invest again in my asset to increase my stream. I hope this makes any sense. I hope it's making some sense to anybody. All right, so let me just share as I begin to wrap up a few tips that will help you as a business person right now. Ubong Akman, you are asking me about ask for the money close to the, okay, are you asking me? Okay, yes, ask for the money. You're not asking me, you're telling me, that's fine. All right, so let me just share a few tips that can help you to generate cash flow and to keep your money. Next week, Monday, when we're doing this, I'll go very specific. I will talk about businesses. I will talk to you about the behavior of money, how money behaves. I'll also show you the commandments of borrowing, when to borrow. I'll also teach you how to generate money for any business that you ever want to do. You don't want to miss these days, okay? So let us begin to wrap up as I talk to you about a few things that will help you in your business. If you want a business, this will help you. Now, any business you're doing. Number one, lease, don't buy. Lease, don't buy. Lease, don't buy. Lease, don't buy. Rarely buy things. Lease. If you can afford to buy things, make sure you're really buying stuff that really matters, that have long-term value, but most often also has to save and have cash. You see, liquidity is king. It's not about saying that you have properties. It's not about saying that you have landed properties. When there's an emergency and you're running around trying to sell that land, you're running around trying to sell the house, and then at the end of the day, how much do you sell the house? For peanuts. Because you are under pressure to meet a need and you've fixed your asset, you've converted your liquidity to asset base, it's difficult for you to sell. You must always be liquid. Always be liquid. So it's not about, you drive a fine car. You drive a fine car worth 10 million naira, and yet there's an emergency and you cannot generate that cash. Always be liquid. Always be liquid. Always have liquid cash. And for you to be liquid, you need to have cash flow. So rather than buy things, lease things. Number two, you've got to start, if you're doing a business like I'm doing, if you notice me very carefully, what I do basically, I give discount because I need to generate money on a regular basis. Once in a while, I stimulate my business by giving discounts for those who do early payments. Those who do early payments get discount from me. Let me give you a typical example. On Wednesday, I'll be 38 years old. All right. So over the years, I've put together the best materials on public speaking, on persuasion. I mean, trust me, if you ever have watched my videos or listened to my audios, you know that very few people in the country give as much quality content as that. If you've ever attended my online courses, my WhatsApp trainings or Telegram trainings, or you know, very few people in this country give as much quality content as that. That's why we're number one, and that's true. We don't reserve, we give quality content. Now, so what I've done is I've put these things together. I have over 14 videos. I have several audios covering persuasion, sales, marketing, public speaking, overcoming stage fright. I put those things together, and those things cost as much as, all the audio materials and videos, as much as $100 or so or more. That's 38,000 naira. Because I'm 38, between now and Wednesday, that's my birthday, I'm giving a slash discount. I'm giving a discount so that rather than buy all of my products for $100, that's 38,000, you can now get it for 3,800. So I'll compile all of these materials in e-format and email it to you for just 3,800 naira. What I've just done right now is I've done discount. Now, I did that on Monday, I did that yesterday, and I've had close to 50 people respond to my discount. I've generated cash flow. Make sense to you? So there are times you may need to offer discount for early payments. People who pay early, you can give them discounts. If you're writing a book, or you have a book that's coming up, you don't have to publish your book to raise money. You can do what is called pre-orders. All right, so you can get people to pre-order your book. To pre-order means to get the book ahead, and there's a way to go about it. I'm going to show you that maybe next Monday, how to do pre-orders. You can get someone to pre-order your ebook, your audio, your online course ahead. Emily, it's nice to meet you. I'm waving to you. All right, you can get people to pre-order your work and then pay and use that money to produce your work. That is so really amazing. So offer discounts. All right. Another thing you want to do is to do a relationship audit. Did you hear me? Do a relationship audit. There are some people in your life that are draining you from resources. There are some relatives, there are some friends, there are some colleagues, there are some people that are draining. They are part of your liability column. Every time they're requesting for money, bring, give me. Hey, you do a relationship audit. You restrict access. Because you see, you cannot be sentimental about your resources. The day you go broke, they will leave. The day you go broke, they will leave you. And they will survive. So it doesn't matter how desperate they sound, make sure that you have a relationship audit. Always have an amount of money somewhere that you cannot touch. Always have an amount of money somewhere that you don't have access to. Work with your banks. Get them, put in money there, and don't have an ATM for that. Don't have credit cards, don't have debit cards, don't have assets. Make it difficult for you to access that fund so that you keep compiling it for your future. Does it make any sense? Restrict, do a relationship audit. There are people in your life you want to begin to take away from you because they're parasitic, they're feeding from you. And then you want to begin to connect with people who have more ideas, who have more resources. Now, let me just tell you this. If you have an issue right now, and I pray you don't, a major issue right now, can you pick up your phone and scroll down through your phone and then get somebody that can give you that amount of money you're looking for without asking a question initially? Okay, you want to get 100,000 naira right now. Can you look at your phone and then look at somebody and say, okay, let me call Ade, or let me call Okon, or let me call Bisola. And you call Bisola, and as you call Bisola responds, are you serious? You want to, okay, transfers the money to you without, do you have friends like, if you don't have friends like that, you need to begin to do a relationship audit. You need to begin to scrap out some nasty friends. Enter into new associations, join new clubs, join new places where you have quality friends. Because contact matters. In the day of your trouble, you will need to have, your relationship will save you. So, I hope I've made any sense. So do a relationship audit, and then that will help you. Then finally, you want to either form a cooperative or you want to join a cooperative. That's a fantastic way to raise money and to generate cash flow. First of all, when you are in a cooperative setting, most cooperatives encourage people to do business with themselves. Okay, so you can have a business, and because you are in this particular cooperative, you can do business with them. Or you can create your own cooperative. And then most of you some workers do this. At the end of the month, they take all the money, give to one person. That person has money, and then you do that to the next person. That kind of system is a fantastic way to raise money, and it's also a fantastic way to generate cash flow, because you now have a pool of funds, because you also need a pool of funds to do stuff. So today we've talked about streams and we've talked about pools. A stream is important. A stream needs to keep flowing. I will show you how to increase your streams, and realize that your streams can dry up. One stream can dry up, but not all your streams will dry up. That's why you need to constantly increase your streams. And then your streams should lead to a pool. Okay, a stream is more important than a pool, but your streams should lead to a pool. In that pool, if you have a pool of resources, always draw from that pool to invest in another stream or in another cash, another asset. I said that today, didn't I say that? I also said, do not take from a pool and invest in luxury. Did I say that? Don't take from a pool and invest in luxury. What should you rather do? Take from a stream to invest in luxury, because a stream keeps flowing. A stream keeps flowing. Wow. What a time. What a time we've had today. What a great time we've had today. I want to appreciate everyone who's come here to watch. You guys are amazing. I'm looking now at you guys and I'm saying, wow. We have Elizabeth, we have Anne, we have Uloma, we have Kalista, we have we have Ubang Akpan, we have Emily. I think Emily's in Lagos, is Abuja. We have Stella, we have Daniel, all of you. We have Spin, Silas. Thank you guys we have Grace, Udo. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for learning. I hope you're taking down notes. Usually, when you come for a session like this, you take down a lot of notes. So that you can review them and implement them. So go back and look at your finances. Go back and look at it. Next week, we're going to continue this series, and then we'll start looking at, if you don't have any money at all, how can you make money now? How do you make money now? How do you make money now and keep making money? We're going to tell you how you can handle yourself in a recession. You don't want to miss it. How to borrow, when to borrow, the commandments of borrowing, what the banks want to hear, how to raise funds for your businesses and your projects and all that you're doing. You don't want to miss next week, Monday. So get your friends, copy this link, invite your friends to be part of this masterclass. So on Mondays, we'll be doing money. On Wednesdays, we'll be teaching public speaking. And for those of you who've been following, last week we started talking about 15 laws of public speaking. So this Wednesday or so, is it Wednesday we did last week? Okay, so Wednesday, we'll be doing the next edition of it, continuing the remaining 8. We did 7 or 8 last week, and we'll be doing the remaining 8, and then we can learn. So don't miss out on any of this. I'll take your questions. If you have any questions, you can put them. I'll answer them via comments, and then yes, I'll answer them via comments. And I have a special offer for you. Okay, so I have 2 materials that I recommend that you get. It's in e-format and is in actual CDs. Now, for those of you who run businesses, realize that you need to sell, and so this CD will come in handy for you. How to sell anything to anyone. Selling is critical. Excuse me. So how do you sell things to people? How do you get people to buy your business, buy into your project, buy into your vision? You need to get a CD, and it is $7. It's 2,500 naira. You can get it. All right. And then this is goal setting your target and meeting your goals is quite important. And then we also have goal setting vision workbook. This is also a very powerful workbook that helps you set your goals, your financial goals. There is a portion in this book that helps you look at your financial goals. There is a portion, for example, a question is a workbook. It's a workbook, so you actually interact with the book. You write on it. You ask yourself questions like, I want to make so and so dash. I want to save dash. I want to invest dash. I want to insure my insurance dash. I want to keep dash for retirement. So you interact with the book, and it helps you to do that. Now, the beautiful thing about my birthday offer is that between now and Wednesday, I'm giving all of this plus all of my contents, all of my public speaking content, and a few of this, for 3,800 naira soft copies. I'll send them to your mail. So if you want to be part of it, all you simply have to do is to reach out to me, inbox me. It's 3,000. The value is about 100. About 38,000. About all those products we're trying to sell to you, 38,000. But we're giving at a 90% discount, 10% for my birthday for for 38 people, just 38 people. We already have 50, but I'm going to add 38 until we had 50 yesterday. We're going to keep adding 38 until my birthday, when the offer will be over, where you can get all these things individually. So you don't have to get this individually. You can get all of my resources at 3,800 naira. All you simply have to do is reach out to me, and I'll also put the details of payment up there. Thank you guys for listening to me. Remember that your finance is important. Do something about your finance. Go over this video, this live video, and your life won't remain the same. God bless you for your time. Thank you. I'll see you on Wednesday, and I'll also see you again next week, Monday, where we'll continue to talk about money. Remember that you can become all that you want to be, and you can achieve anything you want to achieve. All you simply have to do is believe strong enough and take proper and consistent actions. All the best, and God bless you.